foundation. Make some noise for yourself. My monetization nation, what's good? Yeah, what's happening in my monetization nation? That's my people who support the channel. That's my ONYXCON support system. That's the people who subscribe. That's the people who comment respectfully. That's the people who stay here. Excuse me, wow. Stay here for the good news daily, you know what I'm saying? And the introspective news, and the analytical news, and the variety of content, because we do multi-niche content, all right? We consider ourselves a pioneer of multi-niche content. I know I created the hashtag. Ain't nobody else saying that but me. Hashtag multi-niche content. Now, when you start seeing it and other people start picking up on it, remember where it came from, okay? Don't let nobody else take it and pretend that they started something that we did the blood, sweat, and tears for. You understand? We've been out here on the grind for it since day one. It ain't nothing new to us. It's just true to us. You know what I'm saying? It's who we are. It's what we all about. This art life, okay? We showing you how to live your best creative life. Art life. And to understand that, you got to understand what art is. Art is any and every, and I do repeat, every creative expression that appeals to your senses. All your senses, including your sixth sense, your very inner soul, your essence, your third eye. Steady woke, always open. Hello? Okay, right on, right on. That's what we talking about. So, you see I got some boxes behind me. The work is in full effect. We out here doing it. Dropping off some orders. And as we go, we will chit chat. That's how this format of this goes. So occasionally I will have to break and come back and all that kind of thing. But if you out here on YouTube and you like my content, just stick around, check back in with me. You'll see me come back up, and hopefully you got the bell on so you know when I'm posting something new. And if you don't want that many alerts, because I admit I post a lot, I understand. It may be a lot of dings on your phone, and if you don't mind, then yeah, you're one of those people that definitely wants to have the bell on at all times so you can check out all the newest, greatest, flavorful energy that we bring, okay? Now, speaking of which, latest. I just posted something the other night, and I want to highlight it because I don't want to ignore it. And so far, we're not getting any numbers on it. But I've learned in the past never to let that just get me disgruntled or think that the effort to edit a video was not worth the time and all that. Because I've learned, like YouTube, you can't predict. You can't predict when a video is going to pop. People sleep on stuff. The algorithm sleeps on you, whatever the case may be. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, a video that didn't have no love suddenly starts getting hits. I've had that happen. So I know it can happen again. I expect it to happen with this video. And the video I'm talking about is well, really, you can say there's 3 videos connected. There's a short that I pulled from a longer live, and then there's multiple moments in a live that I took and turned into a long video. That's the one I mainly want you to watch. I don't care which one you watch, but I especially want you to watch that one. And then next in line of importance would be the full live. If you want to hear me talk that long, because it was a long one, like all my lives are long, That's just because I do it between what I'm doing. Like I said, this works. I got time, so I chop it up with y'all. What's up? 2 in the building. Let's get 2 thumbs up. Appreciate you. Hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know. Anyway, so I did this video. I was talking about what's going on right now with the hype. And it stays hype around this young man because he's become an entity in social media that cannot be ignored, and that is I Show Speed. Okay, Speed is on an all new high. He just turned 21. He did it on a tour of the continent of Africa, where he went to, I'm not even sure how many countries. If I had to guess, I think about 8 countries. I mean, that's amazing. That's absolutely phenomenal. So for that alone, as a traveler, I commend that. I salute that because I know how much work that is just to pull off one trip. But, he's a millionaire. So, young millionaire, he can do what he want to do. Appreciate the love going up. I see that. Let me get some thumbs up in here. Don't forget to hit that button, too. We need all that. We need all that. Appreciate you. So, it's crazy, though, because as much as he's doing and as much as he's going to do, I'm sure, he says he's going to do another tour of the motherland of Africa. And it was pivotal for him to go there. It really was. And I can't say enough that it's major for him to do what he did. But at the same time, I'm an older gentleman and I'm from a generation where some of the antics, I'll just say it like that, the antics that he's known for just aren't my, cup of tea. It's definitely not something that would make me watch that continuously because it gets frustrating sometimes when I see him in moments where it's like, man, you're talking to some legends, you're talking to some people or a group of people that represent a whole cultural experience that is so rare to even encounter. And you know, you've got the money and the wherewithal to put you in front of all kind of people. And he gets into this goofy mode where everything's just funny and hokey, and I'm like, come on, man, you know better than to be like that right now. But this is the audience he's created. He's got a young audience, and the younger, the sillier, you get back to infantile stage. And quite frankly, he's got little kids that admire him and follow him. So I'm not surprised that even at 21, he dumbs himself down a little bit, in my opinion. And he puts on a little bit of a minstrel show, so to speak. And that's my problem. And I talked about that in this other video that I want y'all to check out, And trust me, it's short because I know y'all ain't got no damn attention span. So, you ain't got to worry about sitting up there for a long time. It ain't going to be like one of these long lives. It's like I said, it's the best moments in the live that I did yesterday. And I edited it with some footage of him so that people would know who he is. Because I know some people, people assume just because somebody's famous to who? Not everybody knows, even as famous as he is, not everybody knows who he is. I sent it to some people, some older than me, you know what I'm saying, my elders. But they're hip to a lot of topics and things. And they wrote back, they was like, who is Speed? I just, all I could do is laugh. I'm like, and I'm not bothered by the fact they don't know. I mean, it's not like, you don't know? No, why would they? Who gives a shit? They don't have to know about him. It's not important to their daily life. But I know that it's only a matter of time before they do hear about him, because the thing is, when you make the kind of money he's making, this system is all about money, 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 money. At least they make it like that. That ain't really what life is about. But they make it like that. So because they focus on money so hard, anybody who crosses a certain threshold of millions is going to get mentioned in mainstream. You're not, he's gonna go from household name to just a few people in the household. Like I just said, the younger generation, the kids know him. But then mama and daddy gonna know who he is, even if they don't care about what he's doing. It's like, so when your parents, your grandparents, they know who a certain celebrity is if they've never heard the music, never watched any of the movies. It don't matter. I've seen him, I've seen her, I know who that, yeah, I've seen that person. That's it. It's simple as that, right? It's gonna get there with this guy. Speed's gonna become that at this point. I promise you, it's about to happen. It's already happening. It ain't about to, it's already happening. When news outlets start talking about you as a streamer versus, yeah, you're famous on YouTube, but now you're going to be world famous for real. You understand? And when you have that much of a following, when you can literally pull that many people and have them all pushing a button saying, yeah, I'm subscribed to you. I mean, what's crazy to me is that it's the subscriptions. It's not even, it's almost like watching his live feed is insane. It's like watching a telethon, but what's being raised is his money. And it's cool to see it, but it's amazing to realize what that really means. It's not just likes. Like I'm on here now, there's 3 people looking, there's 1 thumbs up. I just asked y'all to like the video. I don't expect most of y'all to subscribe because I know how the energy is when it comes to what I do. I know that with the level of intellectual conversations I have and the way I break things down, and even when I'm having fun, I always bring it back to something knowledgeable and gotta make you think. Most of y'all just want to dumb out when y'all are here. People ain't looking for nothing to think. They don't want to think. They just want to dumb out, goof off, and keep it moving, right? That's what something like what Speed is doing provides, quite frankly. I'm not saying he is that. I'm saying he knows how to do that, and it's winning. He's got a formula. Everybody on YouTube has a formula to a certain degree. I'm not naturally prone to just give you me, okay? If you want to call that a formula, whatever, it's working for where it works. Because I'm almost to 2,500, and I'm proud of that. But some people, it's like, oh man, that ain't no number. Any fucking number is a number. And I don't like when people make light of any number. Any number is a number. You see these damn boxes behind me? Every last one of them is somebody waiting on something important today. I am minutes away, well, many minutes away because of this damn traffic, from delivering these packages. It's gonna take me no less than 3 hours. Am I gonna get paid what it's worth to do the work I'm doing today? Hell no. Because the corporation that has that created this entity that I am working with keyword with, okay, to get a little bit of what I need, is never going to pay anybody what it's truly worth. Every now and then you'll get something that's almost close to that, just to kind of, they bait you. They bait you in enough to keep you watching. Just like a YouTuber that has no substance, it's something that they playing off of what they know are your dopamines, whatever your excitement triggers. Oh, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna do what the average person who's ignorant to another culture and country is gonna do. I'm gonna pretend I don't know how to pronounce words. And then when I get around some other people, I'm gonna pronounce it perfectly. That ain't how real dummies are. Real stupid ass people who don't understand languages and don't want to and are purposefully ignorant, like they mess up words. Like you tell them somebody's name from another culture, they gonna mess it up on purpose because they want to make it funny. They think it's funny and cute to do that, when it's nothing but disrespect is what the fuck it is. But they want to make it like everything's funny. Everything's a joke. All right? And then there's all the bravado that goes with it. Like, yeah, I'll do it and I'll do it again. And I wish somebody would have a problem with it because I'll fight and yeah, okay. And then they get their ass beat too. See? The thing about what I've watched with how Speed will do it is he knows when he could get his ass beat. So he plays with the people and has already made a rapport with the people who are already friendly with him off camera. Okay? And he'll play like that with those people. But when it comes, or anybody he ever challenges in, something that's a martial arts situation, he'll gonna make sure he got a rapport. Them people have been briefed. You are not gonna hit him in the face. You are not gonna hit him hard enough to do this. You are not gonna, it's a contract signed, I bet you, before every single time. Even in these other countries. There's no such thing as, I said this in my other live, there's no such thing as reality TV. But they know, but the audience that he's going for doesn't know that. All they know is he's doing it. I know he's live. Yeah, this is happening. This is real. Yeah, it's really happening in real time, yes. But everyone he encounters along the path has already been approved and vetted enough, because I will say this about the way he's moving. It's not formal enough for it to be safe, quite frankly. And I can tell that because I've done quality control on movie sets and TV shows. I've been a PA, a production assistant, if you know what that is. I've had to do lockups and lockdowns. That means you secure an area to make sure no one's crossing through the shot and things of that nature. I've done that work in the city with random ass people walking up. Oh my gosh, it's Taraji P. Henson, and they gotta block it off and lock it up and everything. Now on that I'm talking about, this movie I'm thinking back to, I wasn't a PA on, I was actually an actor. I was doing background work. But still, even in some of them cases, to make the scene go right, hell, the PA ain't there right now, somebody's walking up. We would have to turn into PAs momentarily. Background had to tell people walking by, hey, it's a movie, man. Please don't walk through. They're gonna have us do this scene 15 more times. Oh, I'm sorry. You just know how to talk to people and they'll listen, right? But when you're on that other stuff, when you just, when you're acting cocky and you act like everything's nothing and no, man, it can get real crazy, real freaking quick. Real crazy. 0 to 100, as they say. 0 to 100 people. And I think what my main point of what I see with Speed is, he's got a lot of maturing to do, but he's so cocky and he's riding this wave of money and fame. It's hard to tell a kid that's got that much money and that many adults working for him, people much older than him working for him, that he got to tone it down a little bit. He got to stop playing the dummy and pretending he don't know what he does know. And it's not going to do him any favors as he gets further into his career. And I pretty much said that in the live, or alluded to a lot of what I'm saying right now to go further into it right now. Why not? Let's go. I think he's going to, I'm going to run down the list of the things that he's going to have to look out for most. Number one, you're not a dumb kid. You didn't make it this far from being a complete imbecile or don't know. Like, his favorite thing to do is walk up on stuff and play like, what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh, what is that? But he's so fast and quick that he's not paying attention. He's acting aloof. He's acting like he doesn't really care to know, but he just asked just because it's oh, so I'm gonna have to speed up my thoughts. I'm gonna have to speed up my thoughts on speed to get to a quick point and be done for it a minute, because I got too much to focus on out here. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, driving in the city, what can I tell you? ATL, that's a really cool, I like that. Hold on. Okay. Bottom line, when people have a certain type of fame, it creates that kind of fandom where it's fanaticism versus actual appreciation for the person and the humanness of it. See, I already know at age 21, this young man got his whole life ahead of him. He's gonna become a whole lot of other people if he's allowed to, before it's all said and done, for what he's doing and what he's known for. And he could, like, you know, when I saw, for instance, him, you know, do the wrestling thing, and I was very, very impressed with what I saw now. I thought he could be a WWE star. But right now he's so hyper. Honestly, he needs, like, I'd say he needs to be at least 25. Like they say, the frontal lobe of the brain does not even close until between age 25 and 27. He's got to get that old before he even can calm down enough to realize when somebody offers him an opportunity that's going to be more grounded than anything else he's ever done, you know. And then he's gonna, I'm telling you, the way he's moving right now, I hate to say it, but it's just the way it goes. There are gonna be some legal issues because of issues in countries with stuff when he lands, and the madness that it creates, and jealousies of people who, you're gonna have presidents. He keep going to some of these countries, there'll be political people angry that he's got more influence than they do. It's very, very serious how he has to move at this point and for the rest of his life. He's got to protect himself on a whole nother level. And he can't be out there being cocky, acting like just because I got some muscles and I'm young and I'm strong, that's going to protect you. I mean, he knows enough to have his bodyguards, but even now, I was saying in my other video, it's not enough, man. You ain't got enough bodyguards with you. You need to be moving like a president would move, with some serious armed guards, not just some dudes in some t-shirts that might have some bulletproof vests underneath them. But most of the guys, when I'm looking at them, I don't know, maybe they got some new vests that, you know, still show off your pecs and stuff, but I ain't seen nobody in no vest, you know what I mean? And you out here doing that level of detail. It doesn't make sense. It's like the money's not matching what he's doing. And that was my biggest frustration, what I talked about the other day. I was saying it's almost scary to watch somebody move the way he's moving, because it's only a matter of time before he gets in situations where, whether it harms him or people on his staff, they're not ready for the type of energy they've created. They've created a swarm around themselves. And you got to be extra careful when you get to that level of fame. I've been on sets with mega stars. I know how serious it has to be taken, and how much security and bufferers and walls of access that have to be created to make sure